Dr. Smith, one of the things I find interesting about this discussion is the idea that your value on as an employee would be determined by where your ancestors come from. In other words, the implication being that there's an Asian way to be an engineer and a Hispanic way to be an engineer and a Northern European way to be an engineer. Could you comment on that ideology that your value of employee or the way you think as an employee comes down to, I guess, where your great-great-grandparents are from?
I can tell you about some egregious examples in academia, but first I want to talk about this concept of colorblindness and the fact that colorblindness, or the idea that colorblindness is inherently racist, that comes from the DEI proponents that I've had interest with. If you tell people that colorblindness is a bad thing, you're telling them what to think of me without my say. If you tell somebody to look at a black person and say, well, they're black, you need to look at them differently, you're telling them to look at me differently without my say. You cannot erase individuality, individual sovereignty from this. Yes, we are parts of groups, but we are also, and perhaps primarily, individuals. To answer your question more directly, there are some egregious pedagogies out there that I think we need to talk about, like ethnomathematics, for example. The idea that black kids learn math differently from white kids, and therefore we need black math. That's stupid. I'm going to be simple about it. It's really stupid. The idea that getting the right answer is somehow inherently white is stupid. The idea that having a teacher be the person with the most authority and knowledge in the room be a bad thing is stupid. Ethnomathematics, there's ethnocomposition, you write differently if you're black. All these things are there to divide us in certain ways. And I see through it, and for that, I've been attacked.
Thank you.